Okay. So thank you for staying. I appreciate this. So my task was renovating the library and making it more functional for students for educational purposes. So as we go through, our goals was to be inclusive of all learning types for students, offer alternative seating for students, I wanted to include a safety room because I feel like safety is something that is lacking in this area when we do intruder drills. This is a concerning thing for me. Promote digital learning using 21st century technology and provide an environment similar to middle and high schools. So that way when they do go to middle and high, a lot of them have those alternative settings for the kids. So just a little bit more comfortable because these chairs are not. Okay, so this is the general floor plan. And I really tried to make it, I know we have a lot of angles in this room, but we left the office the same. The restrooms, we did include the story time over there that Ms. Wu uses, and then wanted to include a small group area. That way our interventionists, if they were able to come in and do small groups, or if you wanted to use the area for small groups, you could do that. Circulation desk, very similar spot. Wanted to add more of a classroom setting up here that way, and then move the active board here, so that way it's not this weird angle. We could be focusing this way. So not only adding low top tables here, but adding some high top tables in this area over here. That way you can sit kind of how we have in the lunchroom. So that way it's elevated. You could see over the people sitting in front of you. Better chairs as well, the plastic adult chairs. That would be great. In the center, and I'll get further into this as we go through the PowerPoint, a web desk, and this would be more of a collaboration desk with printers available for students, iPads to check out, laptops. They'd be able to charge. All these tables would have charging ports. I think right in the middle, if we could get rid of our little circular thing that we have going on over there. Would like a beanbag area with flex seating, just for the kids to be able to get comfortable. I know we have something similar to that. And then being able to have them check out books or pick up books in that area for them. Over here, we have a giant rug, which would be across over there with some wonderful couches, leather couches, so we can wash them. Yes. And then another high top area here. And then some independent study areas here. And then when you walk in, over in this area, just so kids can have a little bit more space, kind of like a Starbucks feel, I guess, if you like that feeling where you go in and there's little tables and they can sit and yeah. So as we go through, obviously a circulation desk, and this is the 3D view that I used with that website. A friendly entrance, so we want to make it, and it's very friendly when you walk in here now. Library books, digital resources, check in, check out would handle there. And then I would like for that to be the only entrance to the library just for safety concerns. High top seating. They didn't have high tables, so did that. Offers students the opportunity to work independently or collaborate with other classmates. That way you'd be able to send students down if they have certain work to do. They could sit at a high top table or one of the independent work areas, sit, do their work quietly to themselves. And obviously we'd have staff in here monitoring that, but just to give them that independence, because they will gain that as they go through the rest of elementary, middle, and high. And then, like I said, seating will also be used for faculty meetings, so it's elevated. We're not all packed in here like sardines, and we have a little bit more room to move. So that would be the goal for that. The little web desk with the iPads and laptops and printers. I know you guys probably print a lot of things for your students. I think it would be great to have multiple printers in here for the kids to use for projects and whatnot. Have iPads in here so they could check them out, use them in here. It's not something that they can leave with, but everything stays in, and then have set laptops as well. And we'll have these so where students can work on projects as well in this area. So if there's ever something with a trifold board, these would be extra wide tables that they could utilize as well. And then obviously charging ports throughout, USB, electrical outlets, or whatnot, docking stations. Just because I think we're a one-to-one district, and I think we kind of got ahead of ourselves with we don't really have many outlets in classrooms. We don't have many. We don't want electrical cords and power strips running across the floor because that's a safety hazard. But definitely overflow this place with electrical outlets for the kids to charge if they need it, as well as in the classrooms. Have a couple lamps for aesthetics, just make it feel warm. This is this area, the classroom area, where teachers can come in and utilize this, but I would like to shift the active board over here just to make it a little bit more, where we can have a little bit more space where we could see. And then each table, let's say you're in here with your class, and you have, okay, blue group, go to the blue chairs. So have the chairs labeled based on what group they would go to. Let's see. Story time. I know Miss Wu has a lot of her younger students over in the back. This would be an area, obviously it's very similar. I thought that was kind of neat how it is. I would remove that bookshelf that's right in the middle of the floor to give her a little bit more space and maybe shift that a little bit. And then obviously the restrooms are back there as well. Or put 2 restrooms, just, yes. The couches will be used for independent reading and other quiet independent activities. Kids absolutely love the choice, the ability to have choice when they come in and read, or if they come in to do work. That way they can have beanbags, they could have the couches, they could have whatever seating they would like. So there's a lot of different seating options. With the independent work areas, it's a quiet place. They would have the charging ports if they wanted to use their laptops or iPads. They could read here, and obviously we try to put them in the corners, that way they wouldn't be bothered. And then let's see, flex seating with the beanbags would be over in that area around the bookshelves. So kids, and they don't really look like beanbags, I know, but that was the best I could do. So sorry about that. But once again, have the kind that you can wipe off. You don't want cloth because that could be safety with different kinds of things that could get in there. So mainly make it open, make it more color schemed. That way it's just kind of friendly, updated, and modern. Obviously the outlets would be a big thing. With the safety room, and I will go back to this slide here. I know through these doors we have the music and choir room. But if somehow we could shift, if in a perfect world, if we would be able to move that or shift that out, it's almost like a room that would only have an exit door right here on that far right, but it would only open from the inside. Because I just feel like if we were to go into a lockdown, there's so many different ways to enter the library, and the kids kind of, if we're coming through this door, they're shuffling out this door, and then they could be shuffling out the music door. So having an enclosed space, and even the workroom in the back is it's a little too open for that. So I think the safety, I do think it's an advantage having the front part of this on second story. I know as we get back out this way, it's on that first story. But if we needed to have stairs go down to the first story by the lobby, that way they can exit if they need it. But I think the safety concern is my biggest thing with the library. Just because we've done intruder drills and we've seen that it's extremely open once you come, because there's 3 different ways to enter the library, which is nice, but if something were to happen, and I know with fire, you want as many exits that you can, but when you have an intruder, it's a little bit more alarming. So does anyone have any questions, suggestions, something that you would like to see if we were to remodel the library? Yes, ma'am.
I like the beanbag chairs, but what about also the egg chairs?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Children that need to have a little bit of an enclosure when they're reading or trying to focus.
That's a great idea. I like that. Yeah, like you said rockers. I'd fall asleep in rockers, but yes, I think rockers would be great. Yeah, the entertainment chairs that rock. Yeah, they would love that. Okay, any other questions, comments, concerns? Okay, well, thank you all. I appreciate it very much. And I hope, let's see here. Thank you.